Welcome to Dreamscape Designs. Today, we're exploring a design language where contrast creates calm and opposites meet in harmony. It's the quiet elegance of modern form wrapped in the warmth of rustic character. This isn't a style that fits in a box. It stretches across eras, materials, and moods. This is where transitional design lives. Rustic modern design begins with a relationship to time. The rustic brings in age, not in wear, but in memory. You see it in the lines of the grain, in uneven textures, in surfaces that carry stories without words. Modern design, in contrast, invites clarity. It introduces precision, line, and light, not to erase the past, but to frame it. When you bring the two together, something poetic happens. Texture finds rhythm, and structure breathes. Lighting in this space is more than function. It's a sculptor of emotion. In a room built from rugged surfaces and quiet color, the lighting becomes the rhythm of the space. Clean beams of light can carve clarity into warm-toned backdrops. Underlighting softens rougher elements. Overhead lighting adds formality to spaces built on informality. Wall lighting shifts textures from flat to expressive. What you choose to illuminate is just as important as how you light it. In transitional design, texture takes the lead but never overwhelms. Surfaces are meant to be experienced visually before they're even touched. The patina of metal, the irregularity of stone, the softness of woven textiles, the grain that runs along wood like a fingerprint. Texture tells the truth of the materials, and in doing so, it keeps the space honest. When paired with modern lines and minimalist details, that honesty becomes sophistication. Transitional style isn't about contrast for its own sake. It's about dialogue. Smooth surfaces provide rest against the tactile. Straight lines act as visual anchors for unpredictable edges. Even in spaces without obvious symmetry, there's a quiet balance at play. Shapes don't need to match, but they need to respect each other. The whole space works like a sentence. The modern is grammar, the rustic is poetry. Color in a rustic modern space doesn't need to compete. It just needs to ground. Here, neutrals carry depth. Muted grays, earthy browns, worn whites, they all create a soft canvas. Instead of contrast in hue, contrast is expressed through value and temperature. Cool neutrals meet warm materials. Shadowed areas play beside sunlit textures. The palette becomes atmospheric rather than decorative. You won't find ornamentation for its own sake here. Instead, this style values presence over prettiness. A joint left visible, a brushed finish, a hardware element that's aged naturally, not polished to sterility. In rustic modern design, the small choices matter more than the grand gestures. A well-placed light fixture with a sculptural line. A single wall with hand-treated finish. These are the quiet statements that define the room's identity. Negative space isn't emptiness, it's intention. Rustic modern interiors need air to move between textures. They need rest stops for the eye. Visual breathing room helps weightier surfaces feel less dominant. It also gives modern elements their due moment without overstaging. Open shelving without overcrowding. Wide spans of wall without excess decor. Minimal but meaningful placements. There's room here for the future, but quietly. Subtle integration of technology keeps the focus on the space, not the gadgetry. Hidden lighting sources, streamlined controls, subdued finishes on high-function elements. The modern features don't seek attention, they support experience. The rustic elements don't reject innovation, they absorb it. Together, they form a space that's not frozen in time, but timeless. In rustic modern spaces, layering isn't just about textiles, it's about depth. Light plays a major role in building this atmosphere. A single source of illumination might not be enough. Instead, layers of ambient, task, and accent lighting build dimension. Vertical pools of light against textured surfaces. Soft glows washing across matte walls. Each layer adds a sense of enclosure or openness, depending on what the moment calls for. This is not a look that needs to be explained. It's meant to be felt. Transitional spaces built with rustic and modern elements carry a quiet confidence. They invite people to stay longer. They don't ask for validation. They offer comfort without clutter and style without spectacle. It's the kind of design that feels honest when the space is full, and even more so when it's empty. Rustic modern design isn't about copying a catalog or recreating a Pinterest board. It's about listening to the materials, to the light, to the way the space is used. Let the rough sit beside the refined. Let restraint be as powerful as statement. Let character and clarity coexist. At Dreamscape Designs, we believe design should evolve with you, not around you. Subscribe to join us as we continue exploring meaningful spaces built for how we live now, with one eye on the past and the other on possibility. Until next time, let your space speak softly but deeply.